a backup channel, which will probably be on Twitch. But yeah, FNAF Lord, if you're still on there, yeah, I don't know what the heck happened there. I've only been streaming like for a couple of months, so I'm still kind of new, but yeah, we cover quite a bit of video games here. Anything that can be aired onto the PlayStation 4, we do. I wonder if it was Atlas that was trying to stop me from talking about that. Yeah, that's the first time it's ever happened. I've never had it crash, ever. But what's ironic is before I did the Let's Play of this, I was actually playing Crash Bandicoot, and that's why I started playing this, because I need something positive to play. But yeah, like I was talking about before, if anybody knows about bullying, it's me. And I'm proof that you can actually make it through as long as you're like, you force your way through. I've been bullied, like I said, tons of times. Students, teachers, I even had a point, I remember it like it was yesterday. I was sitting in French class, and a student, oh, thank you. I'm just sharing with you what the heck I've been through. Because as I believe that if we all share what the heck we've been through, we can like become like a force that's able to like beat down any bully, I think. But yeah, what had happened was I was in French class, and I'd been sick, like really, really sick for like, oh, I think it was like a week and a half. I have really, really severe IBS, which is irritable bowel syndrome. And the kids told me, this is when I was in grade 6, they told me, tell us what's wrong. Why were you gone for so many days? You can trust us. Me being the naive one that I was at the time, I trusted them. I thought I could trust them. If a bully says trust them, don't trust them. Because they're leading you into a trap that they're going to use that information that you give them against you. This has happened to me more than like a handful of times. So I told them what had happened. That's where it gets really, really messed up. I told them what had happened, why I was away from school that amount of time, and they used it against me. They said to me, oh, you were at home sick for that amount of time. No wonder I smell the bathroom. Why don't you go back home to the toilet where you belong? That's what the kids told me. The teachers didn't even back that up. They didn't even back me up. They just let these little shits off with like a warning. Yeah, that's nothing. I got so many stories about being messed with. We had an exchange student. She was from, where the heck was she from? I think it was like Switzerland or... Sometimes the teachers don't... Yeah! They don't get involved to freaking help the students. It's so messed up. I don't understand why they don't back the kids up. But yeah, we had this one exchange student. And I'm not going to say names. She's probably out there somewhere. But she hated me. Because all I wanted to do was just finish the year and be able to finish that grade. Because I had already missed so much school. Because of my gut again. She hated me so much that she... Okay, so that you understand the messed up how messed up this is. My desk was over here. Teacher's desk was here. Her desk was across the room by the coat rack. She stapled her own hand and then blamed it on me. And I got detention for it. She said that I came across the room with a stapler and stapled her hand. She stapled it right through the middle of her hand. That girl's messed up. Yeah, exactly. She is a jerk. The same group of girls, they freaking led me out to a hill as far away from the school as possible. Told me to kneel down because they had something to show me. They had put a bee in the grass. They had made like a little dome over it so it couldn't get away. I kneeled on the bee. And then they left me there. The school bell rang to tell everybody to go back in. Everybody wondered where the heck I had gone to. They came out, found me in the middle of the field, and then they blamed me for not coming in for school. I couldn't walk. I think that girl's actually... Yeah, I think she did. I think most of the girls in that school did. Because they were messed up. They even... it was when I was in elementary that I got the most mental abuse. Yeah. Yeah, you got that right. No kind of harm is good. Yeah. Yeah, I still cannot understand, like, why the heck she did that. Like, was she, like, the S word? Was she suicidal? Because if so, that's not how you get attention to get, like, teachers and stuff to understand that you need that kind of help. You need to go up to an adult and say, like, I think I'm this, I need some help. You don't staple your hand and then blame a student. It's messed up. But yeah, that same class, they told me to go into the bathroom. I did. I walked in there. There was a bunch of makeup on the sink counter, and they told me when I went to open the door again, it was locked from the outside. And then the nasty girls on the outside were yelling at me through the door, and they said, "Don't come out until you look better." So, like, you see, I was able to live through that. So I'm living proof if I was able to get through it with my stomach disabilities and my nervous system disabilities. And I do have a small form of ADHD and OCD. But if I was able to live through it, anybody can. The trick is to fight, tooth and nail. And I made it through. I made it through public school, which is like hell. If you can make it through public school, you're off and running. You know something I don't get? What the heck can people lock the door from? Oh, it was really messed up. They had gotten chairs from the library because our school was one of those messed up ones that had the library in the middle and then the classrooms surrounding it. They got a hold of chairs and they held it against the door and they were standing there against the chairs and laughing. They were really, really messed up girls. I have no idea why they were like that and why they were aiming it at me. Oh, okay. Well, it's always great to have you around, dude. But, yeah, feel free to leave a comment, and, yeah, I'll give you more information if you want. Okay, well, I'll see you tomorrow. Nice to have you join the group. Okay, well, I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good evening. See ya. Oh, thank you. I enjoyed having you here. Bye. Oh, you're so sweet. Okay, I guess I'll get back to what's going on here. So yeah, this is Yatsu. He is actually Princess Fusei's husband, and he's been watching over her ever since he died. And he sees us as a fair maiden, which a lot of controversy has been upon Matarasu, whether or not she's a boy or a girl, which, in Okami Den, it's pretty much stated that she's a girl because she has a puppy son. But as it says here, fair maiden, it means she's a girl. She's a goddess. And Yatsu can see that because he's a ghost, an apparition, so he's able to see that she's got her true identity right there. But he's guarding this door to make sure that no looters and no nasty people can get in. And everybody gives Isuna a hard time. Poor Isuna. That's why I love him. Hardly anyone has visited the Gale Shrine since It has been cursed. The strange frenzied man over there is one of the people. Yeah, of course, Susanoo. He's trying to find a place that he can actually, like, meditate and become one. Basically, to get away from Orochi talking in his mind. Sleep is still filled with nightmares that make him cry out. Yeah. I pity the poor man and would like to render that what service I could, but when I try to peer into his dreams, the evil force bars my way. Yeah, that evil force is actually Orochi, the seven-headed serpent. I know this game like the back of my own hand. Which actually, if you play the game, the sequel to this, Okami Den, you actually find out that Susanoo and Kushi actually adopt a little boy, and he's named Kuni, which actually becomes really close friends with Ami's son, Chibi. But then they end up having their own baby. And then Kuni has a brother. So cute. Intense power envelops your body. Could it be the Satomi power orbs? Fair maiden, the orbs would only choose the one who is our savior. The 8 colors of light are living proof of that. Very well, you may pass, O savior of the Satomi house. So, now we got this over. Now we can enter our next area. Beware, fair maiden. Crimson Helm is a terrible foe. And it is said that when the 8-headed serpent was slain 100 years ago, Crimson Helm emerged from a pool of the beast blood. Never let your guard down. And of course, Susanoo's going to just go barreling in. Wait, the door to the Gale Shrine has opened. I must have finally communed with the gods. The time has come, foul spirit. Now I shall reveal your true form. Poor Susanoo. No, Pops, wait. It's not life, dear. Is not life dear to that man? Beware, fair maiden, Crimson Helm is a terrible foe. It is said that he's gonna repeat himself about that. Never let your guard down. Okay, we get it already. Now stop trying to freak us out. Yatsu doesn't mean any harm. He just wants to make sure that everybody's safe. It is creepy though, how he hangs up there. So we are coming up to our next area, which is full of puzzles. Fun puzzles. They're actually not that bad. If I remember right, they weren't that bad. They're mostly all like wind puzzles. So first we gotta find the wind area, where we will get our next ability. And here we have a thing that we can put out for absolutely nothing. Now, this may look like no path, but whee! Path here. And do we have that goddess that does that? Let's see, we have water spout. Okay, we have sunrise, rejuvenation, power slash, cherry bomb, boom. No. Water spout. Okay, yeah, we can't do much in this room because we will be meeting the next god, which is the wind god. That's the god that lives in my notes. And also, there's this guy, a lockjaw. Lockjaws are special. They're very unique. We saw them in the other place, in the Tsuta room. The only way to get them to open up is by jamming that key in their eye. But yeah, any of you guys that are watching, if you guys are getting bullied, just the best thing you can do is ignore them. If they hurt you physically, tell an adult. If a teacher won't do anything about it, tell the principal. If the principal won't do anything about it, tell your parents or a cop. Because bullying is actually, in Canada, it's actually illegal. So it could also be illegal in the States. It should be. But yeah, if you guys are being bullied, don't take it lying down. Fight it. Like, don't fight it, like, physically. Like, the best thing to do is, well, A, tell the adults. If the adults don't do anything about it, go up a notch. Tell the adults that are above the adults. So, you go teachers, you go the principal, parents, or cops. The cops are the top. Don't do the cops unless you really have to. Like I was telling FNAF Lord, I've dealt with a lot of bullying. I had teachers bullying me. I had two foreign teachers that were extremely nasty to me. I've had, like, I don't want to sound like racist or anything because I love all races. I love everybody. But I've had big people, little people, anything you can imagine bully me. Oh, we got a thing here. We got a gate. Let's see what's in the gate. Is it a dead fish? Oh no, it's a hot pot. Not the good kind. I think it's just like a recycled version of the butt ogre. Butt ogre. The butt ogre. I think I can. Is this the one that you? Is there a flower in here that I can do? I thought maybe I could use a flower to get it. Oh, I can see that. I think it's the same kind of idea as the other one. Got it. But yeah, the worst bullying I've had was possibly the teachers, because that's how I got the fractured ribs. But as soon as like you start getting the bullies, like elementary bullies, they like to mess with your head. Some like little boy bullies will actually start punching like other kids and stuff. But none of that is okay. None of that is. And it's when you start getting into like junior high, especially for girls. If you're a girl and you're being bullied in junior high, it's going to be a lot of mental bullying. So the girls are just going to start going after like weight and like how you look. They're going to go after your self-esteem. And so if you can try to be as happy with yourself as you can, that's what they hate most. So if you can try to like find something about yourself that you really, really like with me, it's my small stature and my petite frame. I love that. And kids at the time, they would say like, oh, you're ugly and stuff like that. And I would just sit there and be like, okay, yeah, sure, fine. Fuck whatever they have to say. I'm happy with how I am. But yeah, like if you guys are getting bullied, tell people about it. And there was even a point when I was in junior high, like the ones I had said before, those ones were in elementary. But when I got into junior high, that's when they started, that's when the boys started bullying me. And they really crossed the line. because they didn't just stop at, oh, you're ugly, oh, INUSKYPIE, you're ugly. They didn't say INUSKYPIE, but they said my name, and yeah, they would say like, oh, you're ugly and stuff like that. And I would try to ignore them, and then one day one of the kids decided, I'll take it up a notch. He started chasing me around with a, back in the 90s, a thing that was really big was, they had these tools that were like they ran on batteries. You would clamp your hair into them and they would like self-braid. He was holding one of those and he thought it'd be funny to chase me down the hallway. And then proceeded yelling out at the top of his lungs at lunchtime while everybody else was in the cafeteria. He yelled out that he was going to rape me. Yeah, I ran away from him. I told the principal, and the principal was just gonna like give him a warning. As soon as I told my father about what had happened that night, like when I got home from school that day, I told my father about what had happened. He called the he called the cops and actually got that kid suspended. So yeah. If, like literally, if the teachers and the the teachers and the principal, if they won't go through with like a decent punishment for the kid that's acting like a jerk to you, get your parents or the cops involved. Don't take that shit lying down. So yeah, that's what I have to say to anybody watching that's getting pushed around at school or even like anywhere. If it's on the internet, there's actually some cop stations will actually have internet, they have internet crime forces that if you call in, I don't know if it's like outside of where I live, but I know we have one. You call in, you say you're being bullied online, and they will actually investigate it. So yeah, those people are there to help you. I know I sound like a after-school special here, but they're here to help you. So yeah. But I think since we got this figured out here, I'm going to end this stream after I save this. Because, yeah, it's going on. Well, if we add the last amount of time with this, it's going on for almost 2 hours. So, yeah. You wish to overwrite this data? Yes, I do. Now, saving. Gale Shrine. So, yeah. Till next time, people, it's been me, INUSKYPIE, for another Let's Play video episode? Stream? I don't know. I'm still working on that fail tiara, though. So, for, you know, fail tiara for Crash Bandicoot and all that stuff. But yeah. See you guys next time. I love helping people.